Let's label the cell cycle together. How many different parts of the cell cycle do you know? We start off with our G1 phase, our first growth phase. That G1 phase then progresses and reaches our G1, G0 checkpoint. And if the cell is not going to progress any further through that process of the cell cycle and towards division, then it will go into our G0 phase. After the G0 phase or the G1 phase, we then enter the S phase of the cell cycle, where the DNA is replicated. After the S phase, we enter the G2 phase, and before we go into the G2 phase, we have the SG2 checkpoint that is checking for DNA replication errors and DNA damage after that replication. After the G2 phase, we then enter into mitosis. And we can see here that mitosis has been broken down into its specific stages. Before we can progress into mitosis though, we also have to go through the G2M checkpoint. After the G2M checkpoint, we enter into that first stage of mitosis, which is our prophase. After prophase, we then go into metaphase when those chromosomes line up on the metaphase plate or on the equator of the cell. After metaphase, we go into anaphase, where those chromatids are then pulled apart, and from anaphase, we then enter into our telophase / cytokinesis. So there we have it, breaking down the cell cycle. Follow if you want me to explain mitosis in more detail, or if you want me to break down some of the more complicated exam questions relating to mitosis.